Hey fam, it's been a while, it's Rindo Senpai here, trying out something new, so please bear with me, right? Now, the only times that you'd hear the words Rentaro and sick in the same sentence together is probably when Rentaro is lovesick or something, right? But yes, fam, we have finally reached that rom-com event of which the protagonist is sick in bed and the love interest comes swooping in to nurse them back to health. And whether it would be as warm-hearted as a romantic series' way of doing it or as chaotic as a harem's sick event, right? Both of which still present this chance for the two people or peoples to get one step closer to the heart of that person. And so tell me, Rindo, about the quote-unquote nursing your sick love interest back to health event, right? And I just want to tap a bit into what that is, right? Give a short description and then proceed as to how Hyakano brewed their own sick in bed or sick nursing the sick love interest back to health event, right? In this 3-part chapter mini arc or arc series, so to speak, right? And so yeah, now simply enough, the sick event, quote unquote, right? This situation is or event is one where you may find in a story of which there is a romantic connection between protagonist and love interest. For example, in romances or rom-coms and dramas and such, right? And in this state, the main protagonist is lying sick in bed, feeling unwell, and the love interest will visit them to take care of them, right? Pretty simple, that's just the basic and simple gist of it. But there are also a lot of common romantic gimmicks or tropes that you would find or you would notice that would happen within this type of situation. And from these interactions, they are ones that really make your heart pound so hard because of how close and intimate these two characters are interacting compared to their usual situation. Because essentially this event is what forces or what connects or what makes these two people really come into such close proximity or close contact with one another, because this person has to take care of this person, right? And so that would also create a lot of these really romantic opportunities and moments that you would find in a lot of common other shows or stories as well, right? Now, let's take a look as to what Nakamura Sensei, the author of this incredible series, brewed, right, in these 3 chapters. Now, to give a gist of what really happened or what started all this, in her lab, Kusuri concocted 3 potions, medicines, so to speak, right, of which they can harm the drinker unless if they think about a certain wardrobe choice, fashion choice, how would I describe it, right? But yeah, don't ask how that's possible, right? I mean, it is Kusuri after all, nay, it is Hyakano after all, where all things just go the way it is, and I love it. And so Kusuri, instead of giving Rentaro some tea, right, she instead gave that medicine instead, and he fell for it 3 consecutive times, thus giving us these 3 chapters. And sure, you may argue that you're just using the magic of Kusuri's medicine as an opportunity to see these girls in these outfit styles or outfit combos, right? And to that I say, yes, my fam, yes, because I think that's what Nakamura Sensei was going for anyway, given by how ridiculous the drugs, I mean the potions are, right? You'd best be prepared for anything to happen, right? But regardless, just enjoy the situation for what it is. Hyakano is a rom-com love comedy where heroines don't lose, and it's really up to Nakamura Sensei himself to cook up whatever story he wants. The important thing is that the story in itself is sweet, heartwarming, though chaotic and funny and wild at times. You can still really feel that there's a lot of love put into it, right? And so with that being said, let's take a look at the first event, of which Rentaro will be taken care of by a stat woman, busty woman, so to speak, right? In the Rentaro family, the busty women in the Rentaro family, while they are wearing a knitted sweater and their hairs are tied to a ponytail, right? Now, the featured family who will help Rentaro recover in this chapter are Yamame, Nano, Hakari, Meme, Kishika, Hahari, Momoha, Nadi, Tama, Eira, and Kusuri in her senpai version, right? And each of them, right, had their turn to take care of the sick Rentaro. And they all really showed the common romantic tropes or gimmicks that the heroine would do in this situation to take care of the protagonist, such as placing a towel or gel pad over the head, or wiping the sweat off the back, feeding them hot porridge, keeping them warm with hugs, singing them a lullaby to help them go to sleep, and the list really goes on, right? Now, this chapter offered really a heartwarming glimpse into Rentaro's recovery at a physical aspect, so to speak, right? Now, though it's brief, right, just a few panels only of where these girls have their moment to shine, right? It's really a lot. It's really enough to really satisfy the soul because of how tender it is, right? This chapter dives into the common routines that unfold when caring for a loved one when they are sick, right? And each girlfriend really displayed their strengths and showcases how they not only just care for Rentaro, right, but also each of them have this unique dynamic within the relationship that enables them to really take care of Rentaro to their utmost potential, right, using their own strengths. And the choice of clothing here in particular is very, very amazing as well in its own right, because to how I see it, the bundled warmth of a knitted sweater, right, that really accentuates the body, and the very nice practical ponytail hairstyle choice, right, embodies sort of that nurturing, tender, motherly care that's often associated with recovery, so to speak, right? And this sort of familiar imagery kind of resonates with a lot of the readers, that enforces the message of comfort and tenderness as a very important factor and ingredient to how someone can recover and to how someone can really heal faster, right? Now, in this next chapter, in the following chapter, right, Rentaro yet again drinks Kusuri's medicine, that this time it makes his muscles suffer from immense strain, right? So his muscles are really screaming, crying for help, and the only way that Rentaro can recover from that is if he is in the company of slender girls wearing pajamas and their hair is tied in a pigtail, right? So the fam get to work to let Rentaro recover and recruit the finest slender girls in the family: Mei, Himika, Mai, Kurumi, Ako, Iku, Mimimi, Karane, Uto, Usa-chan Senpai, and Rin. All of whom look so lovely wearing their cozy and fluffy pajamas and having their hair tied in this pigtail. Really, it's so cute, right? And so all of the girls went off to do what they would do during their free time, such as watching cute videos online, reading manga, reading novels, right? Playing video games, and so much more. But aside from doing the stuff that they would do in their own downtime, right, it's really spending time with the others is what they would really much prefer to do. And so that's what they did. All of them cuddled up together, lazed around together, of which at the end it resulted to even leave Rentaro with a body that's as deflated as one of those air dancer balloons that you would find in those car dealerships or whatnot, right? So you can really say that his muscles are now even more wobbly and even more relaxed than ever, right? Which goes to show how it works. Now, in this chapter specifically, right, to how I see it, it kind of emphasizes as well the importance of just simply a quiet, relaxed company, right, during a person's recovery. Because Rentaro's girlfriends, right, the family, aren't just providing care to him, right, but rather they're also creating this very peaceful atmosphere, right, for Rentaro to recover. The family are cozying around in their pajamas, and this sort of outfit choice reflects that sort of relaxed state, the fact that they're wearing pajamas, that is, right? And this focus on comfort, being surrounded by people who are calm and at ease, can really subconsciously encourage also Rentaro to relax as well, right? Because stress, fam, can hinder healing, right? So reducing that tension creates a more favorable environment for Rentaro to recover. This sort of light and calming activities that they've done throughout this chapter reinforces that message that just chill, right? Chill around and relax, take your time to recover. And finally, the final medicine, right, that Rentaro also happened to consume for a third time, advances his mental age at a quicker pace that makes him more senile or old-ish, right? To which it can only be reversed if he is in the company of a child's pure innocence to remind him of the beauty of youth. And being the third instance that this happened, right, the Rentaro family got to work quickly to set up the perfect recovery plan thanks to, them getting used to it, right? And the ones who could pull off this plan are the small girls in the Rentaro family with their hairs tied to a head bun, and they're wearing overalls, kind of like minions, which I find to be also cute. And the girls who helped in this recovery are Shizuka, Matsuri, Chiyo, small version, Kusuri, Su, Yaku, and Momiji, who comes to the rescue, right? And all of these girls really went into town to bring out that sort of youthful vibe, right? Such as playing with dolls, pretend cooking, reading a picture book, playing hero, and so much more. And they all even got together to make a fort out of the foam bricks lying around in their setup, right? And fam, let me tell you, nothing screams childlike wonder than to have a secret base, or to build a pillow fort, or to make a sort of makeshift house, right? That's filled with all of the features that they would want, like a swing or a pool or whatnot. It's so beautiful and I really love it. And witnessing the playful side and joys of the girlfriends, right? That for Rentaro rekindles his spark of childlike joy within him, and it really also serves as a very important ingredient to his recovery, because this chapter also beautifully portrays the therapeutic power of reconnecting with that sense of childlike wonder, that childlike innocence, the joys of being young during a time when you are sick or when you're feeling unwell. So within that state, right, enjoying or remembering those happy memories, be it from when you were a child or in the present time, start recollecting those pleasant memories, is also a good aspect, or a good key ingredient to help you recover in that mental state of oneself, right? And it really serves as a strong reminder of how just the love and support that surrounds Rentaro from his girlfriends really makes him stronger, right? Because seeing his girlfriends together, playing together, being all happy and such, being by the people that he cherishes with, right, becomes a compelling reason for Rentaro to really recover, to return to them as soon as he can, and to continue being a part of their lives. Because that, seeing his girlfriends together, the people that he cherishes, becomes a compelling reason for Rentaro to recover and to return to them and continue being a part of their lives, right? Because people, when they are sick, they need a motivation, they need a reason to get better. And for Rentaro, this is it. All of these 3 chapters fulfilled our hearts in many different aspects, right? And the state that Rentaro is left at the end of each of these chapters also kind of reflects as to how the readers are as well. And again, this is one event of which I and a lot of other people have really looked forward to. Maybe perhaps it's because we want to see Rentaro in a weakened state, right? Especially being taken care of by his beloved girlfriends, his treasured family, right? And fam, who doesn't love a good moment where the loved ones take care of their significant other, am I right? And the way that these 3 chapters portrayed that love and genuine care of the girlfriends of the family towards Rentaro makes it absolutely beautiful to read. And, I really can't wait for more heartwarming and sweet events like this. With that being said, thank you for listening, family, and take care.